The arena fell silent for just a split second. One physical play, one collision near the basket, and suddenly everyone watching knew this wasn't going to be remembered as an ordinary WNBA game. As Lexie Hull went down after taking contact, cameras immediately focused on both players while officials gathered to review what had happened. Within minutes, social media exploded with slow-motion replays, heated opinions, and thousands of fans asking the same question. Was it simply a hard basketball play, or did the moment deserve a harsher response? Almost instantly, the internet divided into two camps. Some fans argued that physicality has always been part of professional basketball, and that the collision looked like an unfortunate result of aggressive competition. Others believed the contact crossed the line and expected the league to examine the play carefully. Nothing beyond the league's official review had been confirmed, but that didn't stop debates from dominating sports shows, podcasts, and online discussion. As clips spread across X, YouTube, and sports media, emotions continued to rise. Analysts broke down the angle of the contact, former players offered their perspectives, and Fever supporters rallied behind Hull, while others defended Alyssa Thomas as one of the league's fiercest competitors. But the biggest questions were only beginning. What would the league decide after reviewing the play? How would both teams respond? And could one controversial moment reshape the conversation surrounding physical play in the WNBA? The answers would spark even more debate in the days that followed. Long before this play became the center of attention, the WNBA had already been experiencing one of the most closely watched seasons in its history. Attendance was climbing, television audiences were growing, and nearly every nationally televised game generated extensive discussion. With that increased visibility came greater scrutiny of every major moment on the court, especially plays involving physical contact. The league has long been known for its intensity. Players compete with tremendous effort on every possession, and close games often feature strong defensive pressure, contested rebounds, and hard drives to the basket. Physical play itself is not unusual, but certain collisions naturally attract additional attention because of their timing, severity, or appearance on replay. When those moments occur in front of a rapidly expanding audience, they often become major talking points. Lexie Hull has earned a reputation as a player who embraces difficult defensive assignments and brings consistent energy to every game. Coaches and teammates have frequently praised her willingness to hustle, chase loose balls, and contribute in ways that do not always appear in the box score. Her style of play often places her in physically demanding situations, where contact is an unavoidable part of competing at the highest level. Alyssa Thomas, meanwhile, has established herself as one of the league's premier all-around players. Known for her versatility, competitiveness, and relentless approach, she has built a career on playing with intensity. Throughout her time in the WNBA, Thomas has consistently been recognized as one of the toughest competitors on the floor, capable of impacting games through scoring, rebounding, playmaking, and defense. Because both players compete with such determination, any significant on-court collision involving them was likely to receive attention. In today's media environment, however, the conversation extends far beyond the final buzzer. Within minutes, highlight clips circulate across multiple platforms, where fans, former players, and analysts offer their own interpretations. Slow-motion replays often become the focal point of debate, with different viewers reaching different conclusions about the same sequence. That dynamic was especially noticeable here. Some observers viewed the contact as part of the physical nature of professional basketball, while others questioned whether the play warranted additional review. These differing opinions reflected public debate rather than confirmed findings by the league. At the same time, discussions about player safety have become increasingly important across professional sports. Fans expect athletes to compete aggressively, but they also want officials and leagues to enforce rules designed to reduce unnecessary risk. As a result, incidents involving significant contact often prompt broader conversations about officiating standards and consistency. Media coverage added another layer to the story. Television analysts examined the play from multiple camera angles, while former players discussed how similar situations had been handled in previous seasons. Podcasts and online shows explored whether physicality in the WNBA is being judged differently as the league's popularity continues to grow. These conversations reflected genuine interest in the sport's evolution rather than any confirmed controversy behind the scenes. Meanwhile, both teams continued preparing for upcoming games. Coaches focused on game plans, players returned to practice, and official attention remained centered on basketball operations rather than online speculation. Publicly available information emphasized competition, preparation, and adherence to league procedures whenever notable plays are reviewed. As the discussion continued, one thing became clear: the moment had evolved beyond a single possession. It had become part of a larger conversation about physical play, officiating, player safety, and the increasing spotlight on the WNBA. Supporters from across the league watched closely, knowing that any official decision, or lack of one, would likely influence future debates about similar incidents. With anticipation growing, fans waited to see whether the story would fade after another news cycle or become one of the defining talking points of the season. The answer depended not only on what happened next, but also on how players, coaches, the league, and the public responded in the days ahead. As replay after replay circulated online, the conversation quickly shifted from the single play itself to a broader debate about physicality in the WNBA. Sports shows slowed the footage down frame by frame. Former players discussed the mechanics of the collision, and fans across social media weighed in with sharply different opinions. The same sequence was interpreted in multiple ways, illustrating how difficult it can be to draw firm conclusions from a single angle or clip. For some viewers, the play reflected the intensity that defines elite professional basketball. They argued that hard contact occasionally occurs when athletes compete aggressively for position or attempt to make a defensive stop. Others believed the collision deserved closer examination under the league's established review process. Those perspectives represented public opinion rather than official findings. The league's procedures for reviewing significant on-court incidents became a major point of discussion. Analysts explained that when notable contact occurs, officials and the league may examine available video, apply the relevant rules, and determine whether any additional action is appropriate. That process is designed to evaluate the play based on the evidence rather than on the volume of public reaction. Meanwhile, both teams continued preparing for upcoming games. Coaches emphasized staying focused on basketball rather than becoming distracted by online debate. Players addressed questions from reporters in measured ways, highlighting the importance of competing hard while respecting opponents and trusting league procedures. Public comments generally centered on professionalism and preparation rather than escalating the controversy. Even so, social media remained highly active. Some fans expressed concern about player safety and called for consistent enforcement of league rules. Others cautioned against reaching conclusions before official reviews were complete, noting that short clips can sometimes lack important context. The differing viewpoints reflected the passion of the WNBA fan base as much as the incident itself. The story also underscored how much attention the league now receives. In previous years, many on-court plays would have been discussed primarily within basketball circles. Now, major moments often become national conversations, generating headlines across sports media and reaching audiences far beyond dedicated WNBA followers. As additional games approached, attention gradually shifted back toward competition on the court. The central questions became practical ones. How would each team respond? How would officials continue applying the rules? And what lessons, if any, would emerge from the broader discussion? Those answers would come through future games and official league communication rather than speculation alone. By this stage, it was evident that the incident had become larger than a single possession. It sparked conversations about officiating, physical play, player safety, and the challenges of interpreting fast-moving events in a sport played at the highest level. While opinions remained divided, everyone agreed on one point. The WNBA's growing popularity meant that moments like this would continue to receive unprecedented attention. In the days that followed, the discussion continued to evolve. Rather than focusing only on one sequence from one game, analysts and fans broadened the conversation to include the league's approach to officiating, physical defense, and player safety. Similar plays from past seasons were revisited, with commentators comparing how different situations had been handled under the rules. Supporters on both sides remained passionate. Some argued that the WNBA's competitive nature should not be mistaken for unsportsmanlike conduct. pointing out that physical defense has long been part of professional basketball. Others emphasize that the league's commitment to player safety is equally important and that every significant collision deserves careful review. These viewpoints reflected ongoing public debate rather than official league conclusions. Television programs, podcasts, and digital media outlets continued breaking down the play from multiple camera angles. Basketball analysts highlighted how difficult it can be for officials to make split-second decisions during live action and explained why replay review and post-game evaluation exist. Many stressed that context, positioning, and the full speed of the play are all important when assessing contact. Meanwhile, attention gradually returned to the teams themselves. Coaches prepared for upcoming opponents, players focused on practice, and both organizations emphasized the importance of maintaining concentration throughout a long season. Public comments largely reflected a desire to move forward while respecting the league's review process. The broader impact of the discussion was undeniable. Fans across the country were engaged not only with the outcome of games, but also with conversations about rules, consistency, and the evolution of the sport. Increased visibility brought greater excitement for the WNBA, but it also meant that every major moment would be examined from countless perspectives. As the season progressed, observers recognized that the incident had become part of a larger narrative about the league's continued growth. It demonstrated how quickly a single play can spark widespread discussion and how important official communication is in separating verified information from speculation. Ultimately, the story served as a reminder that while passionate debate is a natural part of sports, the most meaningful developments come from what happens on the court and from official league decisions, not from assumptions or viral posts alone. The conversation would likely continue, but the focus increasingly returned to basketball itself and the performances that would define the remainder of the season. The public response stretched far beyond the arena. Fans, analysts, former players, and sports commentators all weighed in, demonstrating how much attention the WNBA now commands. Discussions centered on several key themes: the physical nature of professional basketball, player safety, officiating standards, and the challenges of evaluating fast-moving plays from replay footage. Supporters of both teams voiced strong opinions. Many praised the competitiveness displayed throughout the game and emphasized that intense contests often include hard but legal contact. Others focused on the importance of protecting players and ensuring that league rules are applied consistently. These differing reactions reflected genuine fan engagement rather than verified conclusions about the incident. Sports media also examined the broader context. Analysts noted that increased national attention has changed the way individual plays are discussed. A moment that once might have been debated primarily by dedicated basketball followers can now become a major topic across television, podcasts, and social media within hours. That visibility benefits the league by attracting new audiences, but it also increases scrutiny of players, coaches, officials, and league decisions. Throughout the discussion, official information remained the most reliable source regarding any review of the play. While online speculation continued, many commentators reminded audiences that league procedures exist to evaluate significant incidents carefully and consistently. Public debate, although passionate, does not determine official outcomes. Players and coaches largely kept their attention on basketball. Public remarks focused on preparation, teamwork, and the importance of competing hard while respecting opponents. Those comments reflected the professional approach commonly seen across the league, even when public interest is exceptionally high. As the season continued, the incident gradually became part of a larger conversation about the WNBA's growth. Increased visibility means more fans, greater media coverage, and more discussion surrounding pivotal moments. While opinions about the play remained divided, there was broad agreement on one point. The league continues to attract unprecedented attention, and every major game now has the potential to shape conversations well beyond the final score. With more important matchups still ahead, fans looked forward to seeing the focus return to competition on the court. The debates surrounding this incident highlighted the passion of the WNBA community, but ultimately, the next chapter of the season would be written through performances, teamwork, and the ongoing pursuit of success. As the headlines gradually shifted toward upcoming games, one thing became increasingly clear: the the lasting impact of the incident wasn't limited to a single possession. Instead, it highlighted how dramatically the WNBA's profile has grown. Every major play, every officiating decision, and every post-game interview now reaches a national audience almost instantly, creating conversations that extend far beyond the final buzzer. The discussion surrounding the collision demonstrated how quickly opinions can spread online. Slow-motion clips, reaction videos, and commentary from fans and analysts all contributed to a wide range of perspectives. Some viewers believe the play reflected the intensity of elite competition, while others emphasize the importance of careful review whenever significant contact occurs. Those differing interpretations remain part of an ongoing public conversation rather than official findings. For the players involved, the focus inevitably returned to basketball. Professional athletes routinely move from one game to the next, preparing for new opponents and new challenges regardless of the attention surrounding previous contests. Coaches continued emphasizing execution, discipline, and teamwork, while league procedures provided the framework for evaluating notable plays according to established rules. The broader takeaway extended beyond this single moment. The WNBA's continued growth means that virtually every high-profile game now carries increased visibility. Fans are more engaged than ever, media coverage is more extensive, and discussions about the sport regularly reach audiences that may not have followed the league in previous seasons. That heightened interest brings excitement, but it also means that moments of controversy are examined from every possible angle. Looking ahead, the biggest story remained the competition itself. Teams would continue battling for playoff positioning, players would strive to improve, and fans would keep following every significant development. Future games, not social media speculation, would determine the season's defining moments. As another highly anticipated matchup approached, supporters across the league were eager to see how players would respond on the court. Would the conversation finally move beyond this incident, or would another dramatic moment capture national attention? In a season filled with compelling storylines, only one certainty remained. The next headline was never far away. What do you think about the play and everything that followed? Do you believe the officials handled the situation appropriately based on the available information? Or do you think moments like this show why conversations about players' safety and consistency will remain important as the WNBA continues to grow? Share your perspective in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, it's important to distinguish between official league announcements, verified reporting, and the wide range of opinions that often circulate online after high-profile games. Passionate debate is part of sports, but reliable information comes from established reporting and official communications. If you enjoyed this breakdown of one of the season's biggest talking points, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest WNBA coverage. We'll continue following the league's biggest matchups, standout performances, coaching decisions, player developments, and the stories shaping the season. Whether it's playoff races, emerging stars, veteran leadership, or major moments that capture the basketball world's attention, we'll bring you thoughtful analysis and timely updates. Thank you for watching. Now we want to hear from you. Was this simply an example of the physical nature of professional basketball? What can the league learn from the public reaction to this play? Which WNBA matchup are you most looking forward to next? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Join the conversation respectfully, and we'll see you in the next video.